What's going on, guys? It's Pasty Tacos here, and today we're going to be looking at my opinion for the top 5 pitchers currently in the game of baseball, and it's not really going to be my opinion about who I think is the best. I'm going to be looking at their stats and everything all their games and stuff from their previous seasons, and I'm going to be ranking them on who I think is the best pitcher in the MLB. And yeah, it's going to be a top 5 list. So let's get right down to number 5. So coming in at number 5 on my list is the Indians' number 1 starter, Corey Kluber. And Corey Kluber is currently 30 years old. He's been with the Cleveland Indians for his whole career. And in 2016, he was 18-9 with a 3.14 ERA. And he is a multiple-time Cy Young winner. And he's a really good pitcher because in the World Series and in just the playoffs in general, he was definitely a dominant force, and he held down the Indians against the Cubs, except in that last game. And he went a lot of innings pitched with not too many hits given up, not too many home runs, not too many runs, not too many errors. And his ERA, like I said, was all right at 3.14 pi. And his win-loss record was also all right. And he is 30 years old currently, which he's still pretty young. So, yeah, the Indians hopefully will be able to hold on to him for a little while. And I think he's the 5th best pitcher in the game of baseball on number 4. So, coming in at number 4 on my list is the Chicago Cubs starter, Jon Lester. And he would probably be coming in at a higher spot on the list if he could throw to first, but unfortunately, he cannot throw to first, and I think he's only thrown to first like 3 times last season, and that's bad because he's very easy to steal off of, and people don't really have that much of a hard time stealing off him. But otherwise, his numbers are actually quite impressive, even though I don't like the Cubs. He was 19-5, but the main reason why is that Cubs offense, 2.44 ERA, which is also very good. Strikeouts, 197 strikeouts, that's all right. That's about average. 52 walks, that's pretty good also. He was a good pitcher last year and his years before playing for Boston and Oakland in the Oakland days. And he is a good pitcher, but that's why I have him this low at number 4 because he can't throw to first. So on to number 3 on my list. So coming in at number 3 on my list is the former White Sox, now Boston Red Sox pitcher Chris Sale, and I think he is the 3rd best pitcher currently in baseball because of his pitch types and what he throws. He throws the slider that can go 70 miles an hour, 80. It's just a nice slow pitch, and then he'll hit a fastball that can hit triple digits at you, and that's pretty nasty when he throws a fastball, then a slider, then a fastball, then a slider. And he was definitely a strikeout pitcher. Like in 2015, he hit 274 strikeouts, breaking a White Sox club record. In 2016, this previous year, he was 17-10 with a 3.34 ERA. And he was definitely a good pitcher. He just didn't have quite the run support that he needed. And he is a good pitcher, and I was kind of sad that we lost him, but we got the prospect haul. And his windup is definitely very cool, and it's a funky windup. And yeah, that's why I think Chris Sale is the 3rd best pitcher in all of baseball on number 2. So coming in at number 2 on my list is the Giants ace, Madison Bumgarner, and he is definitely a good player. Last season he was 15-9 with a 2.74 ERA, and that's very good. Previous season he was 18-9, but he had more games played this season, and he was dominant during the postseason until the Giants got eliminated by the Cubs. He is a multiple-time Cy Young winner. He is still very young at the ripe age of 26. And when he's this young and he's been posting this low of numbers, very low ERA, high wins, low losses, you just kind of have to think, like, what else does he have for himself in the future? And he can't be a free agent because he is his 6 years of service. But I think he's going to stay with the Giants for a little while because he's still young and he's still on, like, the sprout of his career. And, yeah, he's a good pitcher. And I think he is the second best pitcher in the whole entire MLB. I think a lot of you can guess who number one is. So on to that. So coming in at number one on my top 5 pitchers list is the Dodgers ace Clayton Kershaw. And he is definitely the greatest pitcher of all time. I don't really think you can disagree with that. Last year alone, he did have an injury, so this really counted him out of awards. But he was 12-4 with a 1.69 ERA. That is so low. Like, that's not even funny how low that is. He's Cy Young in almost every season. Year before that, which was a full season, 2.13 ERA. That's probably even lower for a full season. Like, in 2014, this guy was 21-3 with a 1.77 ERA. It's like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Like, you can't even say that's not just the greatest pitching performance of all time. And this guy, he has some crazy stuff. He has that public enemy number 1, 12-6 curve. He's got some heat. And he's just the greatest pitcher of all time. And I don't think really many people can disagree. So because of his low ERAs, high win-loss ratio, and all the awards and strikeouts that he had. Oh, strikeouts, too. 2015, 301 strikeouts. That's insane. That's ridiculous. And, yeah, because of all those factors, I think Clayton Kershaw is the greatest pitcher in the MLB right now and quite possibly the greatest pitcher of all time. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video on the top 5 best pitchers in the MLB right now. And I'd just like to inform you guys that I'm no longer sponsored by Farmhouse Bread. And I really appreciate the views, comments, likes. Thank you for hitting 35 subscribers, guys. And always like, comment, subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.